You know that when we play this track, that we're going to be talking about some big-time screw-ups at the manufacturing level, and they should have known better.
Out on the range, where the wild winds blow, there was a dream in the making, a project to show. We'd count on the plans that were drawn up so fine, but little did we know it would all fall in line. Oh, the engineer's blunder, it brought us to tears.
What we're going to talk about on this one is the big problem that Sony had. Not just Sony, JVC had problems like this too. My GYDV 500 has the same problem as this thing, but this one will be able to see it. And of course, I'm referring to the shrinking plastic problem. This one's an EVS 5000, which was not exactly an inexpensive machine. It was less expensive than its bigger brother, the EVS 7000, which I also have, which has the identical problem, and it's had this problem probably 5 times. The part has been changed probably 5 times. This one was changed like 3 times. The 7000, it was changed like 5 times. And the problem keeps reoccurring. There's just no way to stop it, just because it was a horrendous design that we're going to get into. And I'll show you the problem that happens on these that makes these machines just completely worthless and useless, because you can't use them in this shape. They just won't work. They'll eat your tape. You can see the problem right here. This gear has a crack in it. You see that? That problem, what happens when that gear breaks, is that as the hub is rotating, it'll stick at that crack and it'll cause the tape spool to stop turning. And once that happens, you end up with an eaten tape. It has a metal component to this. And what happens is, with heating and cooling, is the metal core in the middle expands and it pushes on the gear and cracks it. The failure rate on this was 120%. Okay? Every one of these bloody things failed out in the field. Every one, and all the replacements all failed too, and they never got it right, and they never fixed it. And this is one of the things that really pissed me off with Sony, because these were $3,000 and up decks, and none of them lasted. It's just a joke. We'll start by pulling the front panel off the unit. That way I can access the hubs so that we can inspect them, and I'll show you what goes wrong with them and why it happens. I'm going to lift out the cassette housing. And then that just lifts out. So to get at these, I have to take out this little bracket. So lift out those 2 screws. I'll lift out this little bracket. And as you can see, the big crack on this, but see, there's a magnet on here. This is why these things break, because of this metal disc. What the magnet is there for is this provides the torque limiting so that the tape doesn't get all buggered up. That allows it to slip. But when this metal disc down here expands, it expands at a different rate than the plastic, and it causes the plastic to crack. So what I'm curious is that base assembly the same as on this side? So I'm just going to take that one off and lift this gear out. Because if the base assembly is the same, then I'll be able to salvage the gear from the other one. It may or may not be the same material. So there's the gear separated. Oh, you know what? I think they might be the same. I think they might be the same. Here's the other one, the take-up side. Are they the same or are they not? No, they're not. They look the same on the outside, but if we look in the middle here, you can see the one that's got the crack on it. This hub is a different size. So of course, the $64,000 question is, why not just take the good rewind entire hub assembly and put it onto the take-up side. I mean, after all, we don't need the brake band around here, even though this one's got a little extra slot here for the brake band. We don't need the brake band on the take-up side. It doesn't use one. So why won't it fit? Well, let's just see if it will. I think it probably will fit. I think the differences between the two of them, though, is there. See, it fits on there quite nicely. The differences between the two of them are the actual magnets are a different size. And the torque is going to be a little bit higher. So in the play mode, this one's going to have a little more take-up torque than the original. And I can certainly feel it when I hold the hub and turn the actual gear itself. Right? There's more tension, a little bit more tension on this one. But it may be okay. So why don't I try that? I'll go get the EVS 7000 and I'll just try putting the supply side hub from this machine onto the take-up on the EVS 7000 and see if it works. There's no way to fix these things. Even trying to get one 3D printed. So starting to crack in a second place. The only success I've had with trying to get these gears working is to try and push them together, and while pushing them together, touch the cracked portion here with a hot soldering iron and try to fuse the plastic back together to hold the teeth together. And it works for a while, but it's not a permanent, by any means, fix. It's a way of getting a machine that was eating a tape completely into a machine that will play a tape, but it won't fast forward a tape without chewing it up. If I go to fast forward or search, it'll start chewing up the tape. It does it because it stops turning and then the tape spills. So what we'll try on this is we'll just try removing this one. Here's the hub that I see how I fused it, right? That's the way to try and get these things working, is to try and get the camera to focus on it. There's the where it cracked, right? And there's where I kind of fused it together. And it does work. And we'll just pop this one in place here. And put the bracket in, see if it'll fit. Looks like it's going in place. Cool, this actually might work. Turns okay. We'll put the cassette housing assembly back in place. Put a couple screws in it, and then we'll get an old tape. So the moment of truth. So far so good. Let's see if it plays. And oh, I can show you this part. This is my old backyard. Tracking's a bit off. I can tweak that. This machine I've been using for tweaking, but hey, wow, let me see if I can tweak that tracking in a bit while I'm working on this here. Just
hello, Mr. Cat.
Oh, my old cat. I think we may have a problem here. We may have a tension problem, and that might be why this won't work. Aha, you see what's happening here. This is why this won't work. I was concerned about this. If we look down here at the tape, you'll see what's going to happen. Okay, the tape's going to start to curl. It's playing back perfectly now. There's my cat. My old Siamese cat. This cat's been dead for like 20 years, but his name was Rambo because, well, He would attack you. Oh yes. Good old Rambo. Anyway, looks like it's working. I saw a bit of crunching at the beginning, but the tape may have had damage to it, and that might be why it was. It looked like it was riding down the pinch roller, but it may have been just damage already on the tape that did that. Because you know what? It's things working. And this is not a PCM. This was just sort of a cat's yawning there. It's too funny. Anyway, let's just watch what's happening with this tape here, because I think that we're not going to have it success. I have a feeling that this thing, there we go. There's what I was concerned about right there. That's exactly what I was concerned about with this other hub having a slightly different size magnet on it. It's going to cause it to start riding down the pinch roller here. And if I go into fast forward, what's going to happen? And see, there we go. See, we just kind of buggered up the tape there. So that is not going to work. That is why you need the right hub. Because I thought it might be an issue, but I was kind of brainstorming there thinking, is there something I can do? Can we salvage a hub out of one that's good? And now we know that the answer to that is a definite no. We cannot take a supply hub from a machine that's good and put it on the take-up side. It will not work because the tension for the supply side and the take-up side are different. I give Sony the big raised middle finger over this design because this was a nightmare. And then the fact that they abandoned everybody with these machines. All they had to do was give us enough parts to keep these machines running, but they didn't. Okay, now open up the control panel again. See, this is really cool. Had this control panel that slides out. So say the machine will play with this gear that's got a crack in it, and it'll play fine. We won't have any eating of the tape at all. But what will happen is you'll hear it. If I go into fast forward, you're going to hear it going tick, 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 tick. I can search, no problem. But if I go into the really high speed search, it's working. But if I go into full fast forward, it probably so once again, I'll put this good supply hub back into this deck. Just have to get the brake band in place.
That about does it for this one. The problems of using plastic over metal parts. Look at all the failed pinch roller retainer clips, little plastic clip over the metal post. Plastic shrinks, cracks, pinch roller falls off. It was an ongoing problem. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.